Hi everybody, hope you're doing okay. Bit different today, I'm in the garden, but I need the space to be able to show you these exercises because I'm doing it with a resistance band today. You've probably seen these before, they're quite popular. I do a lot of work on my hand and my upper body because that's the thing that I've got the most problem with my MS. These are techniques that I've just literally just made up myself with the band, but I've kind of incorporated what my hospital have shown me over the years, and kind of put them into a way that works with me. So I hope it works for you. I'm going to show you a few techniques, standing up and sitting down, so hopefully it works for everybody. The resistance band is actually quite long, so what you want to do for this one is just take it behind your back and then wrap it over each side so that each handle is in the opposite hand. So then you've got resistance in each hand as you pull. So obviously you can pull as tight or as kind of loose as you want. The tighter that you pull, the more that you're working your muscles and your hands. And then what I quite like to do with this one is just work alternately with your hand. So I'm working my right hand there, and then I will be working my left hand. You can do as many as you want, but I would advise that if you're just starting from the beginning, just to actually do about 5 of these, because you can't believe how fatigued your hands get. So for the next one, this is again a sitting position, and you want to just tuck your feet into the end of the resistance band and lie down. And what you're doing here is just pulling with both hands and stretching. You can see that I actually lie down. What you want to do is stretch your arms, keep your arms straight and stretch them as much as you can. And just do it as much as is comfortable for you. And again, I would probably only do this about 5 times. What I like to do then is swap over and just take one hand, because I just want to try and develop the strength in one arm alone. As you can see here, I've got no problem doing it with my right arm. I'm now going to switch over and take the band into my left arm, and my left arm is the problem, and it's got really severe weakness, and it still has got the weakness, and this is the one that I'm trying to build up. I've actually zoomed in on this one because, as you can see, I'm really struggling to pull the band, and I'm struggling to actually release it as well. But this will develop your muscles and the strength in your muscles. And the more fatigued you get, which you'll find when you do this, you'll actually find the more repetitions you do, the more strength and the more repetitions you'll be able to do in the future. So this one is also just wrapping the resistance band around your feet, lifting your legs if you can do so. If you can't, keep your legs on the floor, and it's just gentle to and fro from each hand. This works the biceps and the triceps as well, but it also gives you strength in your wrist. I found that this one particularly has helped build my wrist up. This one is particularly fatiguing on my left hand, and I find that I can't do as many of these ones. I can probably do about 10, and that's about it. So this one I think is the simplest of all the techniques I've shown today. I'm just moving around so that you can see different angles and how I've actually got the band, because you want to get it right and you want to get your posture right as well. But you literally have the band around your shoulder blades, and you're bringing your arms in together and towards the front of your chest. And although it feels very comfortable and it doesn't really feel like there's much resistance there, I can promise you it is doing something. And there's just enough resistance there to be able to feel it in your arms. It's a really, really nice technique, I find, and I think it's definitely one to use at the beginning of your, if you're going to do these techniques, I think it's definitely one to use at the beginning, just because it's nice and gentle. So we're just moving on to the standing up techniques now, and these are for anybody who can do these comfortably and are able to. So this technique in particular is extremely fatiguing on the arms, so anybody trying this for the first time and finding it difficult, please do not beat yourself up about it, because the first time I did it I could only do about one. Now I can do a few more, but mainly on my right arm because my left arm is still very weak. So what you want to do is just hold the bottom of the resistance band with your foot and pull up with your arm. I'm just having a problem there with my actual elbow. That's my left arm, and just use a pulling up technique, and then you do swap over and actually lift it as in you would lift a dumbbell. Then we just move on. This technique is just wrapping it round the back and just using a gentle pull-in motion. I'm just turning around so that you can see my posture and the way that I'm pulling. My posture is actually really bad in this, so please take no notice of me. As you can see, it is not good. I've just done a close-up. Please be aware of your posture on this. Try and stand up a little bit straighter and keep your arm straight on this one. This one, I twisted my band, so just make sure that you haven't got your band twisted. I like to call it the skiing technique. This, I find, actually works your legs as well as your arms, so it's a joint thing here. I'm just going to turn around because I wanted to show you. I don't know if you can see, but I actually find this one is quite hard because I have tremors in my legs, and when I do go down it kind of makes my tremors worse, so I have to be a little bit careful of that one, and obviously if anybody else is doing it, just be careful too. This one is just stepping onto the band and using alternate hands to pull the band up. This one again is quite easy. It's kind of doing the same technique, but you don't want to do too many exercises where you're working the muscles in completely different ways. This way you're going to be building up the muscle in one way, and you're going to be building up the resistance of your arm in the same way, and over time it will get stronger and stronger. As with any exercise, we need to cool down, so you can use these techniques also to warm up before you do the resistance training. I really like to do this, especially with people that have MS. It does have quite an impact on our body and our nervous system, and it has a vibrational energy that runs through our body. So I just like to really shake it off and brush off that energy as I go, and just release it all as well. I'm just brushing it off there, brush it down, brush it off, shake it off. I don't know if anybody believes in this, but I find that it's really, really good at the end of doing any exercises. It just releases any tension in the body, anything within the muscles, so it's all good. I really hope that this might have helped anybody if anyone's going through arm problems. It certainly helps me. I hope everybody keeps well and take care of yourself. Bye.